Hi everyone, welcome back. We're here today with Kyle for another profit target interview. Kyle has recently hit his 10% profit target on the $120,000 account size, and he's now managing a $240,000 account with us. So Kyle, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us today, and congratulations on reaching your another profit target with us. So why don't you start off by just giving the audience a little bit of an introduction, who you are, how long you've been trading for, and a little bit about how you got into trading.
Well, my name's Kyle LaRue. I'm just a carpenter and
Okay.
part-time Forex trader
Mhm.
for the moment. And so I got into trading like must have been like 4 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Just a little bit before COVID-19, when
Mhm.
I was taking some classes
Okay.
online, and I just found like some of these bar pattern graphs. I had no idea what this was all about, but like there was a lot of people talking about it, so
Okay.
I thought I'd do some research, and the research brought me to Forex trading, which inevitably led me to AudaCity Capital.
Okay. Fantastic. So you've been trading for 2 or 3 years now? Fairly
Yes.
accurate? Amazing. So, I think that's fantastic considering the capital size that you're now managing with us from the, period of time where you started trading. What was it initially that drew you into trading? You mentioned that you're a carpenter by trade, so, completely, fairly far removed from the financial industry.
Yeah.
What was it
Yeah.
that attracted you initially? How did where was that initial intrigue in trading?
Oh, like I just saw it as a new challenge on a different kind of field. Like
Hmm.
it was something way out of my comfort zone that
Okay.
I have no education on. I had no due diligence for.
Yeah.
So I thought like maybe getting out of the comfort zone and learning something new would be a great idea. And turns out it was a pretty good idea for sure.
Absolutely, no,
And
100%. I think the account size that you're now managing speaks as a testimony for that. So,
yeah.
uh, brilliant. So, trading for 2 to 3 years, how long do you think it took you to be, I would just class that as a fairly meteoric rise, to be honest. We often have traders that can be trading for 10 years and, before they can kind of get to that kind of account size and level. So it's great that you've been able to hit those heights already. How long do you think it took for you to become a profitable trader? Obviously, everybody goes through that learning experience. Like you said, you were taking a few classes. How long do you think it took you, to, really, maybe not master it, but for you to start making consistent profits?
Well, it really depends on, like, for me it took a few years, but I started being profitable after 2 years of
Okay.
learning the Forex industry.
Yeah,
But for me it took me that long, but it really depends on the person. But
absolutely.
I believe that like you do enough due diligence that that you can actually be a beginner, sure, but like
Yeah,
I'm still learning. Like even after
absolutely.
2 years, like I got profitable, sure, but like there's still so much that I can
Yes.
learn to be a more experienced trader.
Absolutely. I think that's a really valuable point that you make there about, trading, you never get to a stage where you've completed it and ticked that box. No matter what stage of the journey
Yeah,
you're at, you're always learning, you're always, growing, that constant development, I think maybe is what draws us all into trading,
yeah.
aside from obviously what it can do for you financially. So how did you find that first two years then? The period of time where you weren't profitable, maybe
Uh,
did you have any losses? How did you find that period?
it was a really humbling experience, especially when your trades hit SL or
Hmm.
blowing accounts or uh, just like feeling it's the worst day. But
Hmm.
that's why we have to learn to take emotion out of it,
For sure.
and we need to like remember why we're doing this in the first place.
Hmm.
Like I like to like my wife is always telling me to stay positive, and
Yeah,
she's helping me to like keep my eye on my goals, right? So she's always helping me with that. So I guess I owe her some
okay,
gratitude, and
for
yeah,
sure.
that too.
100%, absolutely. And would you, you touched upon the emotional side of it there. Would you say that was the biggest difference and the biggest change from you turning from, the period of time where you were not profitable and you were still learning to the period of time that you're in now where you are able to make consistent profits?
Oh, absolutely. I was pretty rash. Like when
Hmm.
I started trading, like I thought I knew a whole bunch enough to get me started, but at the end of the day, the markets will still do what they want to do, and
Absolutely.
that's why, like, yeah, emotion is a huge part of it because it really influences our actions and how we see things. So, like, the market's not gonna really care about anything. So, like, we have to like kind of match that mindset mentality where when we
For
take
sure.
the when we take our emotions
Hmm.
and have an ironclad psychology, then I believe that our skills are able for forex trading are actually able to be used more adequately
Hmm.
than with emotions being and governing our
For sure.
actions.
100%. And did something change then? So, was it a click moment where something changed, or, there was a rule that you introduced that, allowed you to become the trader that you are today? What was it that, the biggest thing that you think changed in your plan or your, approach to the markets that enabled you to go to that next level in terms of consistent profits?
What really was the biggest thing was it's a matter of perspective. You see, like I took some time off from trading,
Okay.
and like when I came back, I had like I felt like I found like a place where I can feel neutral again, and I'm not too
Hmm.
excited, I'm not too down or anything. So
Yeah.
once I found it's kind of like a comfort zone.
Hmm.
You go there, just take some time off, like reset your mind, and then come back
Yeah.
into the market and to come back into the market with your strategy,
For
and
sure.
that's what's really helped me. And like
So nothing
just
changed for you in terms of the strategy. You didn't start using a different way of trading. You were trading the same the whole time. The only thing that changed was the approach and the mindset.
yeah, yeah, I think it was the approach and the mindset, the psychology of it all that
Hmm.
really helped me get me to where I am today.
Absolutely. I think that's a really valuable lesson that people watching this can learn from the fact that, you didn't start using a fancy indicator, a fancy tool, or
No,
change the strategy or searching for that golden nugget strategy that's 95% win rate with 1 to 10 risk to reward. The only thing that changed for you was the mentality and the mindset. The strategy, the way you
absolutely.
approached everything remained the same. It was only the mindset and the psychology that changed. So I think that certainly is a really important lesson that maybe other traders out there, that could do with learning. So that's brilliant. So let's focus a little bit more on the here and now then. So why don't you, if you could, if you don't mind, would you just give me us an overview of your current approach to the markets, an overview of how you currently trading?
So right now, like I was just looking at a monthly, weekly time frame, the higher time frames for
Okay.
like any of those pairs,
Hmm.
and I'm also looking at like a little bit of a fundamental. I don't go too much into fundamental, but
Okay.
a little bit of fundamental is like a
Just
feel
so
for
that
the
you have an
pair.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so some kind of an idea what's gonna happen in the next couple of weeks because like so far like was the prime minister of UK. There's like
Yeah.
a little bit of going on there,
Yeah.
and
To put it lightly, I think. Yeah.
yeah, and the Brits are going crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm just like following trends of what's happening
Hmm.
with pound lately because it seems to be the most liquid pair out there right now as far as fundamentals go.
Hmm.
But yeah, like that's how I do it. I just like start from the monthly and then work my way down to weekly, daily, uh
Hmm.
4 hourly. I find confluences, the divergences divergences, and I'm looking for the higher lows and higher highs
Okay.
mostly, so I know where I want to enter for, let's say, a short,
Yeah.
maybe, because the sterling's been pounded down pretty
Yeah.
much.
It's going one way at the moment and that
Yeah.
way.
Well, just my speculation,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. And what about your approach to managing risk then? How do you control the risk on the account?
Well, with controlling risk, it's like you have to it still comes with psychology, a little bit of a psychology thing to it.
Hmm.
Uh at the end of the day, it's you gotta still just look at it as a number. Don't even look at it as a dollar. It's still a business, yes,
Yeah.
but like when you see like that number, and then it means a lot of money to you, but that's what's really going to drive your
Yeah.
emotion. So at the end of the day, you still got to look at the account as just a number. You're
Yeah.
just adding more numbers to it.
For
So
sure.
I'll like look at the risk management, make some calculations, and remember how what my goal for that week would be. So maybe risk 1%, 0.5% per trade.
Hmm.
Or if I feel really good about it, I will adjust accordingly with
Hmm.
stop losses, take profits,
Okay.
and exposure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And you mentioned that at the moment you're trading a lot of pound pairs. Do you prefer sticking to one market at a time? Are you looking at, the market, all 28 currency pairs? What's your approach to that?
I think too many currency pairs is too much to keep track of,
Okay.
and like I'll stick with a few pairs, and those pairs that I've been following for the past like year or so.
Yep.
So those are the ones I feel more comfortable with, since
Okay.
it's the pairs that that I mostly trade with are the ones that I'm always like closely watching,
Hmm.
and or whichever pairs are correlating with
Hmm.
the pair that I'm interested in trading with.
Yeah.
Like for instance, Euro US dollar will correlate sometimes with US dollar CAD,
Yeah.
or US dollar Swiss maybe.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And in terms of your experience with Audacity Capital, obviously you're now managing 240,000. You've gone all the way up to that stage from $15,000. Could you give us a little bit of a summary of how your experience has been so far on the funded trader program?
It's been quite a ride, and some some exciting days for sure, especially
Yeah.
when your 10% profit is reached, and
Hmm.
that's when a little bit of emotion comes into play. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. But it's been it's been a little bit of a grind, but that's pretty much like what we do as a trader. As a Forex trader, I grind as much as I can so I can smash those 10% targets. And well, like when I do, it's just getting me closer to my goal.
Hmm.
But it's not going to be easy, but the way I figure it, if it's not easy, then it's not worth it. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
so yeah.
100%. No, I definitely agree with you on that one. And how have you found the rules for the program in terms of the lot size limit, the news events, trading? How have you found those?
At first, I was a little like taken aback. I was surprised with the minimal exposure on the leverage,
Hmm.
but like as I was trading and as I was progressing, I learned myself that it's a really humbling experience to minimize your exposure with the leverage of a minimal amount, and with only select instruments, mostly just the current currency pairs to trade with.
Hmm.
It's been a very humbling experience, and I would suggest Audacity Capital for a lot of new Forex trader beginners,
Hmm.
because this can also help with sharpen any
Yeah,
skill edge that any Forex trader is looking for.
for sure.
There's more than enough support staff at AudaCity Capital to help you along the way. I mean, I just make one email or one phone call, and I'm already getting responses and
Great.
answers to my questions.
That's
So
good
you
to
guys
hear.
have been really helpful. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Perfect. Brilliant to hear. Fantastic. So before we conclude then, yeah, Carl, it would be great if you could give, if you could give, the traders that are listening that are maybe struggling at the moment, one piece of advice. What would be that piece of advice that you would give to them?
One piece of advice. It's okay. Yeah. You wanna be successful. It starts with you. It doesn't start with you getting into the market. It starts with you and how you feel, and what kind of mindset you have, what your goals are, why you're doing this. It all starts with you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my like
I think
I'm not really expert Forex trader. I just do what I do, but like from what I learned before, it really does start with you and how you feel and what your focus is.
Yeah. From my perspective, it seems that the success that you've managed to achieve in such a short period of time is due to you having a really good grasp and a really good understanding of your trading psychology. I think that in itself is something that can be a really, really valuable thing for other traders to make sure that they're focusing on. So yeah, I think that's a really valuable point. So Kyle, that concludes the interview for today. We would like to, again, thank you for spending the time with us. Congratulate you again on reaching your target. You only have one more 10% to go before you're up to the $500,000 account size, the maximum size. So one more to go. I look forward to hearing from you and doing another interview when you reach that target. So Kyle, again, thank you for your time and wishing you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good as well. Thank you very much. So we are here today again because right when you were having your last interview with Matt on a 250,000, right?
Right.
On your target of 250,000, I was just the other side of the office, doubling your account to 500,000. So basically, if I'm not wrong with dates and timing, you went to 250,000 from the 18th of October to the 21st. And then on the 21st, we double it again, right?
Yeah. It was like
in a couple of days.
Yeah. Came back on 5th with the 120, 5th of October, 120. And then later on that week, or I think, and then I went to 240, and then we had that interview. And then after the interview, like it was just like within an hour, and then went to 480K.
Yeah, exactly. And I had a quick look at your account, so we might need to do this again very shortly.
Yeah, we might.
Okay, that's fine. Really, I just wanted to congratulate with you. I think in the last month, volatility really helped you a lot. Is this how you feel? Like all the volatility and all what's going on in the market? We know as a trader that can work as a multiplicator, for us. But is this how you feel?
I feel great.
Good. That's good. This is how you should feel.
Yeah.
What about currency pairs that you are trading? I noticed few that repeat themselves, cable or pound yen, but I also noticed that you trade also on some euro pairs, right?
Yeah. Like I just saw some of the patterns that are that indicate for an entry on a short for shorting the euro US dollar. But however, the trade that I had open for shorting euro US dollar was not valid. It wasn't confirmed. But just there was a couple indicators that was right about it. But whenever I'm not too sure about a trade, I'll just close it and then just wait. Like if I'm not too sure about a trade, I'll just close it, or I won't enter it. I'll just wait, because it's better. Sometimes the best trade you can have on your Forex markets is no trade at all. But
yeah, you're
when
right.
you have when you have not a trade going, Like at least you're not losing money. But
Exactly.
you're not,
The best trade is the one you
yeah.
don't take sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
But I saw you taking pretty good trades other than that. Euro Aussie, I was quite impressed with that. I think you got some good profit on that one. Maybe it was not on this account size, was the previous one.
Which one? I don't know.
Yeah.
But thanks. Yeah, like Euro Aussie, yeah, sometimes I do, because it's one of those correlating pairs where the pound Australian dollar also is is the one I watch in tandem with Euro Australian dollar. Like
Okay.
because like they have that Aussie in common, so like they go in tandem sometimes.
Do you use a lot like the intra-market analysis in your trading style? On top of your technical and maybe fundamental approach to the market, since you mentioned those two pairs that are correlated, do you actively look into this kind of correlation intra-market?
Sometimes yes, I do, for just to confirm the trade that I want to enter. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You are more into swing trading or not?
Yes, I am.
Might be wrong.
That way it frees up your time. Like you can set a trade, and then once that trade's like good for profits, it's easy to take the risk off and move the SL to break even, so that way you can do anything else that,
risk-free.
yeah, risk free. Yeah.
How long have you been trading for, Kyle?
I've been trading for a few years.
Full time?
No, not full time. No, just part-time Forex trader for the last few years. I'm still learning though. I still got lots to catch up on and figure out.
Well, you know, in this business, like in most everything right now, you never really stop learning. So it's good that you have this mentality and this approach. But based on your results, I think you are at a good stage, at a very good stage.
Great,
Is
thank
this
you.
the first time that you trade with a prop firm, or you have other experience?
No, I've traded with prop firms before. And as you know, I left for a little while, and after a year, I came back in October. I've tried other prop firms before. It's just that with AudaCity Capital, I like how the the guidelines that you have for AudaCity Capital on your on your FTP, your funded trader program. It's really like those guidelines really humble me when I'm trading with the AudaCity Capital prop firm, because
The risk parameters, you mean?
the risk parameters, and it actually helped me learn to trade Forex a little bit better for my skill set. So I choose to stay with AudaCity Capital every time.
Thank you. And we are happy for that. And actually, we are really happy to have you back on board, because you are really smashing the market for the past month or so. So again, I just wanted to keep it very, very short. I know you already had like a very good conversation with Matt just last week, or maybe 10 days ago. So I'm not going to steal much of your time. It's because I know you have to focus on trading. But again, congratulations. I felt like I needed to say that to you personally. Well
Thank
done.
you.
And
Thank you.
keep up with the good work.
Will do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.